hype that surrounds the 695 Biposto Record, you have to ask yourself the question, is it really that good? This is about the driving experience, isn't it? This is about having a laugh. It's about taking out on track. It's about being an ASBO. It's about putting your foot down and just letting go. And
the highways till my shadow turns to sun rays, and on we'll go through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go.
Welcome to the Abarth 695 Biposto, the lightweight super hatch that Abarth have created. This is the bells and whistles, stripped out, highest range spec model of, well, not spec, highest range performance of the Abarth 500 range. Now, obviously those of you who follow my channel will know that I own an Abarth 500 that is tuned, or Abarth 595, that is tuned to 250 bhp. If you're not following me already, head over here, follow me on Instagram. I would love to have you follow me over there. And also, if you are not subscribed already, please make sure to hit the subscribe button, follow us on the adventures, and join the family as we review, have fun, go on adventures, live a journey, and all that good stuff. Now, I've driven a few of these cars, particularly the Abarth range. I've driven a Series 4 595 comp. I've driven the Yamaha 695 XSR, I've driven both around Silverstone. I myself have obviously got my own car, my 250 bhp Abarth. I've now got myself into this car, which is the 695 Biposto Record Edition, 133 of these made. And if you haven't seen it already, I also took out a 1972 Abarth 695. Mental. But this car specifically, well, it's fun for sure. Brilliant, brilliant. Now I've been out in a few Bipostos. I've been out in them at Abarth Day, I've been out in them on track at Silverstone a couple of times, but I've never physically driven one myself. So this is it's a great experience for me. It's the poster boy car on the Abarth 500 range. It's the one that everybody loves, everybody believes they want this one, until they probably drive it and figure out that actually the 595 Comp 180 probably gives you more with regards to spec than this car does. This car is very, very basic when it comes to this. I don't have a radio, I don't have door cards, I don't have rear seats, but I've got this really, really cool kind of semi-roll cage, if you like. But this car, whilst it might be limited with regards to spec, it's the highest performing Abarth from the range, and you can see why. Yeah, it's punchy, it really is punchy. I really like it already. Now, the really good thing with this car is it's a Biposto Italian for due piazzi or two-seater. Now, with this car being a two-seater, obviously there's no rear seats, which means that you really buy one of these to have fun in and to take it out on a track. And this car is made for the track. It's without a shadow of a doubt. It definitely is made for the track. Definitely has good brakes too. It's obviously running the Brembo calipers and the Brembo disc setup, which you would expect to find on the Series 4 comps. 0 to 60 in this car will get you there in 5.9 seconds. It's the quickest one of all of them, which is awesome. And that's driven mainly by the fact that it's so lightweight. This thing weighs 930 kilos. Now, because obviously Abarth have gone and stripped this thing out, literally, there's bags of carbon fiber in here. Weight reduction, obviously, with the rear seats taken out, going as far as taking out the radio, which means that for the next sort of 8 days, I'm either going to start singing to myself, or I need to figure something out with regards to music, or I just listen to the Akrapovic exhaust that this car has, which is absolutely insane. Looking at the front of the car as well, and I'll do a full exploring the Abarth 695 review series, so if you haven't already, hit subscribe for a lot more content. But the whole of the front of the engine bay as well sports a hell of a lot of carbon fiber. the front diffuser. So the front bumper it's got a beautiful carbon fiber style diffuser on it, which exposes that gorgeous front mount intercooler. You've got carbon fiber on the rear side skirts, which it's a beautiful touch. This specific car is ever so slightly wider. It's got a wider track than all of the other Abarth range. You can see it with the flared arches, which gives it that additional bit of Italian flair. I have to admit, the suspension setup on this car, it's got fully adjustable suspension. With it being completely fully adjustable, what that results in is that you can physically raise and lower the ride height of the car and also stiffen and soften the dampening. Now, I think right now it's set quite stiff because, yeah, it's quite a bumpy ride, I'm not going to lie to you guys. But with any kind of suspension setup that makes it very stiff on the road will result in it handling very, very well. And we've got a couple of twisties coming up, and I can take these corners with significant confidence, knowing that the car will handle beautifully. It just takes them, it chews up the corners, this car. Now, as I said earlier, the 1446 Garrett turbo that comes on this car produces 190 brake horsepower and around 182, 183 foot-pounds of torque. But the great thing with that is because it's a Garrett turbo, you have the option to tune it if you choose to. But in all seriousness, I genuinely think that this car is just perfect out the box. I think that when cars are particularly these kind of cars, race style track cars, when they're built this way, they're built this way for a reason. And they're to be driven hard. The handling is just balanced perfectly. The sound from that Akrapovic exhaust, I love it, absolutely love it. And there's been a lot of hype around this car. Over the years that it's been out and about, the hype for the 695 Biposto has been rather extreme, particularly amongst the Abarth communities. I mean, I remember seeing my first 695 at a meet last year, 695 Record, and I was absolutely gobsmacked. I thought it looked stunning, it was beautiful. Obviously the paint, the Modena yellow paint, which is actual Ferrari paint, believe it or not, which is absolutely mad. The fact that there's Ferrari inspired paint or actual Ferrari paint on this car just adds to that additional awesomeness of this car. Is that even a word? Awesomeness? I'm going to make it a word. The Record itself, the 133, they've released 133 versions of this to match the 133 records set by Abarth back in the day, and I think it's a really nice touch. I love the fact that they've kept this limited because it adds more desire, and it means it will probably have better residuals. They've come down a bit in price, but they're still worth the money in my opinion. And with all the hype that surrounds the 695 Biposto Record, you have to ask yourself the question, is it really that good? And I guess you got to think of the market for this kind of car. If you're the kind of person, when you go to a petrol station, you take a sneaky sniff of the petrol fumes coming out of the petrol cap when you're filling up, something that I tend to do because you live and breathe petrol, then this car is going to be for you. But if you're not that aggressive and you're not that petrol head minded, would this car be a suitable daily? I think it could, if I'm honest. You've got no rear seats, so you've got a load of boot space there. But would you pay the money knowing that 10 horsepower less, a lot more tech, probably more seats, you can get yourself a 180 comp? And that, I think, is the question, that is the dilemma that faces a lot of people. But as I said earlier, this is about the driving experience, isn't it? This is about having a laugh. It's about taking out on track. It's about being an ASBO. It's about putting your foot down and just letting go. And this definitely delivers. It definitely delivers. But anyway, guys, my name's been Steph. Make sure to subscribe for more content on this car. A massive shout out to Abarth UK, as always, for collaborating with me, working with me, and enabling me to have this car. Thank you so much. And again, thank you to you guys, the audience, because without you, I wouldn't have the opportunity to drive cars like this. And that leads me on to the importance of having you guys subscribing to the channel, because more subscribers equal more clout with the brands. We've built a really good relationship with Abarth, which is awesome, but for me to unlock other opportunities with other brands, I need you guys to continue to support me, and you've done so much. If you're still watching the video right now, fair play to you. But guys, Thank you so much. Hit subscribe, make me happy, and I'm going to see you on the next one. Thank you. Bye bye.